Plant cells have several structures that are not found in animal cells, including a cell wall, a large central vacuole, and organelles called plastids. You can see each of these structures in the image on the next slide. There's also a link to Cells Alive where you can interact. It's an interactive site where you can interact with a plant cell, seeing its different structures and where they're located. Here, you can see a plant cell that's labeled with its different parts. Take a moment to find the cell wall, the large central vacuole, and organelles that are plastids. Do note that many of the structures you see that are labeled in this plant cell are structures that they have in common with all other eukaryotic cells, including animal cells. But the three specific structures I listed, the cell wall, the large central vacuole, and these plastids, are specific to plant cells. The cell wall is a rigid layer that surrounds the plasma membrane of a plant cell. It supports and protects the cell. Tiny holes or pores in the cell wall allow water, nutrients, and other substances to move in and out of the cell. The cell wall is made up mainly of complex carbohydrates, including cellulose. Most mature plant cells have a large central vacuole. This vacuole can make up as much as 90% of the cell's volume. The central vacuole has a number of functions, including storing substances such as water, enzymes, and salts. It also helps plant tissues, such as stems and leaves, to stay rigid and hold their shape. We call this turgor. A plant that has turgor means that the cell is full of water and it's very rigid because of that. It even helps give flowers, like the ones in this figure, their beautiful colors. The large central vacuole will hold pigments that give that color. Plastids are organelles in plant cells that carry out a variety of different functions. The main types of plastids and their functions are described here. First, we have the chloroplasts. They are plastids that contain the green pigment called chlorophyll, and chlorophyll captures light energy from the sun and uses it to make food, like glucose, sugar. Chromoplasts are plastids that make and store pigments. The red pigment that formed the color in the flower petals in the previous slide, well, that red color was from pigments that were made and stored by chromoplasts. Then we have leucoplasts. They are plastids that store substances such as starch or make small molecules such as amino acids. Like mitochondria, plastids contain their own DNA. Therefore, according to endosymbiotic theory, plastids may also have evolved from ancient free-living prokaryotes that invaded larger prokaryotic cells. If so, they allowed these early eukaryotes to make food and produce oxygen. And remember, that's endosymbiotic theory, and it applies to both the mitochondria and to plastids such as chloroplasts, chromoplasts, and leucoplasts.